I'm so excited because this weekend, April 10th and 11th, 2021, I celebrate 25 years of life. And obviously I'm not 25 years old, I'm 48. But on April 10th of 1996, I wrote a suicide note. And I got out 2 razor blades, one for each of my wrists. And that night I started planning the final hours of my life. I would take one step of action that made all the difference. I called a friend of mine, and as scared as she was to hear that I was going to kill myself, she simply asked one thing of me, and that was, will you give me one more day? Will you just give me one more day to talk to you, to see if maybe there's a chance that you won't do it? I begrudgingly gave her one more day, and I thought I would wake up April 11th with everything the same and that I would kill myself that day. Little did I know everything would be radically different. Now, I shared this story in depth in my video last year called Hope, and I highly encourage you to check it out. Now, I'll leave a link right up here. I'll also leave a link at the end of this video, and I'll leave a link down in the description below. Please check that out. I share very honestly and vulnerably what I was struggling with that weekend and how different everything was because of one more day. But this year, I want to celebrate because I've had 25 years of gratitude and meeting the love of my life and having kids and doing things I never thought I would have done, and I would have missed so much. My greatest friendships, my greatest experiences, and my greatest adventures were actually ahead of me. Even though on April 10th of 1996, I thought I had peaked in life, I thought that that day would be how the rest of my life would be. It's important that you know that you matter, that you have value, and your life has tremendous worth. I forgot that on April 10th. I'm grateful that I was reminded of it a day later. I know suicide is a very difficult topic to talk about, but I also know that suicide affects so many of us. It's affected me personally, and for some of you, even though you might not have been suicidal, you might know someone who has suffered from suicidal thoughts, depression, or even killed themselves. Here is a number for the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline. Please know that you're not alone and that people do care about you even if they've never met you. Those of us in the mountain biking community, we go out and we ride for many different reasons. One of those is simply for our mental health, to get that weight off of our shoulders, to feel a sense of breath, to feel light, to remind ourselves that the world is bigger than how suffocating it can sometimes feel when we have challenges. So this year, I want to spread a message of hope throughout the mountain biking community and hopefully beyond, and you can help me do that. Over on my Instagram, in my stories, I'm going to start off by tagging 5 people in the mountain biking community who have made a positive impact on my life, who have influenced me in some positive manner and that I respect. And I'm going to ask them to share a message of hope, letting those who are struggling with suicidal thoughts and depression, letting them know that they're not alone and that one more day can make all the difference. I'm going to ask them to also share the number for the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline and use the hashtags #NotAlone and the hashtag #OneMoreDay. Now, if I don't start off by tagging you and you're watching this video, please don't wait to be tagged. We'd love to create this ripple effect that all of us can get some hope from. So go ahead and do the same thing. Share a message of hope. Share your story of how you may have struggled with suicidal thoughts, how you might have even made an attempt, or how your life has been affected by suicide in some manner. Another way you can help is by leaving a comment below so that others can read about your experiences with suicide. Again, either personally through somebody you know, or just because you have a heart for this movement of wellness and mental health. Now, being vulnerable and sharing something as personal as this is never easy, but it's worthwhile. And it's stories like this that let us know that we all struggle and we all can rise. I'm grateful for the people I've met in this community. To all my friends who I ride with, to the flock, you know who you are, too many of you to name. And for those who are just acquaintances or I've met out on the trail, thank you so much for being such an enriching part of my life. Remember, you don't have to wait to get tagged. Go ahead and jump on your social media, use the hashtags #NotAlone and #OneMoreDay. Share the number for the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline and let people know that they are not alone, that they are loved, and that they matter. Let's create some hope in this community and far beyond. Thanks for allowing me to share my heart with you today on this and just speak from a deep place. I'm going to continue to celebrate 25 years of life, and I'm looking forward to meeting all of you and the adventures that lie ahead. If you see me out on the trails, throw me a peace and love, and if you are struggling, please reach out. Let somebody know. You can reach out in the comments, call the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline number, call the police, walk into the police station, go to your neighbors, call a friend, reach out to an acquaintance, talk to a coworker. There are many options out there, and you'd be surprised at the depth of heart that we have and how much people do love and care about you. I hope to see you out there next week. I'll be back on the trails. Until then, peace and love.
Say what you want, say what you will. I missed the ride that I knew. All of this heaven exploding above is a beautiful mess. It's you.